But you've been here before. You were here for the Friendship Four, weren't you?
I was, yeah. I loved my time there. We didn't win while I was there, but I played well while I was there and scored a goal.
You
Had
got a goal, didn't he? Yeah, I remember
Yeah, I
I
had
was
a
doing
goal
the
in his
commentating.
wrist.
We were doing the commentating that night as well, which went live back to Nesson. So,
Yeah,
but tell us about your experience for when you were in for here for the Friendship Four.
it was amazing. The Friendship Four was such a cool experience. My wife actually, she was my girlfriend at the time, but she got to come with me, and we had an awesome time. We got to explore. We went to like a Christmas market and saw the city, and the weather was beautiful while we were there. I heard it can be rainy, but it was perfect when we were there. And we did some exploring, and then the hockey was super cool. Like the fans, it was packed, and we everyone just loved it. Like we had the best time while we were there.
Have you ever had any? Have you any friends or guys that you played with, or maybe you just played against and you knew who've given you any references about Northern Ireland?
Yeah, so I actually my roommate in junior was Gabe Bast, so he was there last year, and then Matt McLeod I played with my first year pro, and then Peyton Jones I was with as well. So I reached out to all of them, and it was nothing but good things they had to say about the city and the team and the rink and just basically everything involved with going over for pro hockey. So I mean, it was pretty much a no-brainer for me.
Tell us about your experience last year. Obviously, we know about a couple of injuries, but you started the season in Norway, and then you ended up back in ECHL.
Yeah, so I started in Norway. I had the knee injury. It was going to be a long-term injury, and over there you only get 6 imports. So basically, they just brought in a new guy while I was injured. So I got a bit of the short end of the stick there, but not much I could have done. But I enjoyed my time over there. I loved being in Europe. We did some exploring. It was great. The hockey was awesome. I loved the Olympic size ice because skating's like the best part of my game. So just having the extra ice to skate, it was. I mean, I just loved it. So yeah, I did that and then went back to the ECHL and just to get home for the rest of the year.
We've had a couple of guys from Oakville, Ontario, Big John Kurtz. I'm not sure if you know Kurtz. He's from Oakville, and he loved Belfast as well. And we're hopefully that it'll be the same for yourself. Obviously, you only had a fleeting visit back in 2018, I think it was. You were here 17, 18.
18, yeah.
Tell us about your game. What can the Giants fans expect from Miles Gendron?
I'm a good skater, I think. So I think the open ice and the Olympic size ice, I mean, you'll see me up and down the ice. I'm a bit of a hybrid. I like to push the offense from the back end. Yeah, I'm up and down, and I mean, you'll see me all over. Hopefully, I mean, I'll play within the system, but I like to get up and just skate.
How did the move come about? Obviously, our GM and our head of hockey, Steve Thornton, he keeps an eye on a lot of the guys that go through the Friendship Four program, and we've had quite a few now that have we've benefited from coming along to Belfast. And I'm sure that was one of the guys that Steve would have reached out to your coaches and staff at UConn. But how did the move come about?
Yeah, I've actually followed Belfast on Twitter since I played in the Friendship Four, and I just have always thought about it. And this year it was like, all right, let's go back to Europe. Where's probably the best place we can play, and a place where we're gonna have like so much enjoyment, and fans wanted to play in kind of a big time environment. So that's kind of how I asked my agent about it, and he got back to me right away, and mutual interest, and it happened pretty quick.
And you've obviously spoke to Adam Keefe. Kiefer's had a lot of success here, and I'm sure that came into it as well. Playing the CHL, we've had a lot of success over the last few years, both as a team and quite a few individuals have had a lot of success as well. What did Kiefer have to say?
Yeah, he talked about the CHL, and obviously I know a bit about it from playing in Norway last year. And I just thought it was so cool to get a chance to play around Europe and get a chance to play against the best teams in Europe. I mean, I'm a pretty big competitor. I want to play against the best, and I get a chance to do so with Belfast. Pretty cool. So I'm excited for that.
And it must be easier for you as well, looking forward to coming into Belfast, and you've got a couple of guys who've told you a bit about the place, and having spent 5-6 days here back in 5 or 6 years ago, you must be looking forward to getting over to Northern Ireland.
Yeah, we're super excited. I mean, it does help a ton when you have that comfortability. Like last year going over, I had no idea what it was going to be like. You show up and you're just kind of like, what am I getting into? But obviously it ended up being a great place. But it's nice to be comfortable knowing where you're going and that you've seen the city before and the rink and the fans. And it's just, I know everything's great, so there's going to be no surprises.
With regards to the systems, and obviously, every team, every coach teaches different systems. With your skating ability and the big ice, you've already touched on that. But tell us, from a perspective of coming from North America, having that pad, 15, 20 feet width as a defenseman, a little bit, obviously less to skate in. With being such a good skater, it gives you more possibility to basically make sure take your guys to the outside. Tell us a bit about how different you found it getting into the big ice.
Yeah, I think the biggest difference I find is there's a lot of room outside the face-off dots. That's so you can get caught up staying outside. So I think it's important to make sure you find a way to get into the good ice, as they call it, like around the net and in the middle, and not keep yourself too far outside, because all that ice it's there, but it's dead anyway, so you can't really do anything from there. So just using it to your advantage to gain speed and enter like the prime scoring ice and the good ice in the middle.
Have you got? You're obviously sitting outside in the garden at the minute because you can hear the birds. You can't hear the birds through the glass here at the SSE Arena right now. But are you enjoying your summer?
Yeah, it's been awesome. I'm in Connecticut. I'm by the ocean, so it's great. It's great summer living. You work out and then you go to the beach and the pool and.
Sounds like a tough life.
Yeah, it's great. I get my skate in the morning and my workout, and then I got the whole afternoons to enjoy just summer living.
Good, man. Have you got a message for the Belfast Giants fans?
Yeah, I can't wait to get there. I've seen so much about them. Obviously, I've played in front of them, and I just can't wait to play in front of them. They seem like an awesome bunch of fans.
Top man. That's brilliant.